Hi friends, this is Papa and the Bandit is in the Millennium Falcon, but it's been a really productive morning and I wanted to share a little bit of it with you. So check this out. First, my pickup is up and running. It's filthy dirty. It's been sitting for about a year and a half. And gosh, I was real scared about what I'd find when I tried to get it going again. It's been a real good truck for me. I've had it for a long time, since maybe 2012, I think. And but it's been parked over underneath some trees up here at Clear Lake, and it's gotten just all kinds of moldy and pine needles on it and so forth, and hasn't even been started. So I was pretty worried about whether it was going to start or not. But I charged up the battery and turned the key and she fired right up. I'm real happy about that. Ran real good. I took it for a ride into town because in town I found a very solidly built picnic table that I've been wanting for this very spot underneath this maple tree. I'm so excited to get this. The family that I bought it from have small children, and he's just built it. And then about a week or so later, the family decided that they were going to move about 50 miles south, and they really didn't have a use for it. So their loss is Papa's gain. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a great place when my kids come to visit, for them to be able to set out lunch for my grandkids and for the grandkids to sit up at the table and color and read and have fun. This will be a great addition to Papa's place. And I saw one of my neighbors as I was walking Bandit through the neighborhood, and he said, "Hey, do you need some firewood?" Papa said, "Well, I always need firewood. I'll take whatever firewood people want to unload." And so he gave me this firewood right here, which is all seasoned and nice, and he helped me load it in his truck and brought it over and stacked it up back here on the back corner of Papa's place. So then while we were loading firewood onto his pickup, I made mention to him that I was looking for a picnic table if he knew of any around. And he said, "No," he said, "I don't know about picnic table, but I've got this other table up there that I'll just give you." He said, if you're interested. And so he had this nice, solid, dirty, but solid umbrella table that I can sit out here, and the kids can all be at the picnic table coloring, or maybe they can sit at the umbrella table. Maybe I'll even get an umbrella for it. So I'm real excited to have that as well. And then while I was talking to my other neighbor, he helped me get the picnic table out of the back of my pickup. And I know he's a big kayaker. He and I talked a couple of years ago, and he had all kinds of kayaks over there that he wanted to get rid of. And my family has started taking up some kayaking out here on Clear Lake. So I asked him if he had any kayaks that he wanted to get rid of. And he said, "Yeah, I've got a couple that I'd probably like to get rid of." And I said, "Well, okay, how much you want for them?" And he said, "Oh, I'll just give them to you." "Oh, great. That's awesome." So we got them over here. And then I said, I don't feel real good about you just giving them to me. I said, "I'd like to pay you for them." And he said, "Well, I paid $150 each for them back when I bought them, but that was a long time ago." He said, "I'll take $50 each for them. How's that?" I said, okay, you've always been fair with me, and you know kayaks and I don't, so sounded like a good deal to me, so I bought 2 kayaks for my family to use. YabbaDabbaDoooo! And here's what they look like up a little closer. My family's going to have to get used to them a little bit because they're whitewater kayaks and they turn real quick. And he didn't have any extra paddles that he wanted to turn loose of, but he said I could borrow the paddles that he has over there any time I wanted, and he told me where they were. But I'll eventually get down to a sporting goods store, buy some paddles. And the blessings just keep rolling in. While I was moving more bricks, guess what my kayaking neighbor found that he just gave me? A kayak paddle. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he thought he didn't have any extras, but as it turned out, he had this one. So that's awesome. I got at least 1 paddle for the kayak, so I only have to buy 1 more. Ha! Yabba dabba, I'm happy! Well, so there's some of the used bricks, cinder blocks that I got from my neighbor. Bandit, come. Bandit, come. Good boy. So you can't beat free, and you can see right over there between those 2 houses. You see that gardening stake right there? Right behind that gardening stake is where they're all piled up, so it's not too far to go. I just drive the pickup over there and put them on the tailgate of my newly running pickup and drive them right over. So that's pretty hard work for an old guy, but it's pretty easy compared to what it could have been. And here's what I'm thinking about doing. You can see, I don't know if on video the perspective shows very well, but all of those rocks right there, that's a rock wall that goes up about 18 inches and goes all the way around this front part of Papa's place. I'm thinking of taking all those rocks out and putting the cinder block in there about half again as close to those trees as I can get it, and then planting inside the holes of the cinder blocks. See how the cinder blocks have holes in them if I set them so the holes are pointed up. Then on the inside of those holes I can plant sword fern, or I'm thinking right now of maybe putting in this vine maple. Now, they grow like weeds here. And what I'm hoping is if I did put in that vine maple, that it would fill in this area right here. On the other side of these trees, I'd put some both in the front and the back of these pine trees as well. And then this vine maple over here that's kind of grown up and is full. And these new ones, as they grow up, they'll kind of provide some a screen from my neighbors right there across the street. So that's about all we got right now from Papa's place. Well, I worked really hard for an old man today. Got all the things that I talked about earlier, and now I'm just sitting out here having a Diet Coke and relaxing in the beautiful atmosphere of my campsite at my home base in the woods on Clear Lake. Yeah, let me give you a view of what I'm looking at here. Well, that's over towards the right side of the campsite, and looking this way through the trees. Down beyond the trees is where my old campsite, or not my old campsite, but I used to own the lot down there too. Bandit, come here. Bandit, you stay over here now. Bandit is not accustomed to being off his leash. I'm trying to train him to be off leash in the campsite and not wander too far. Anyway, down there is a piece of property that I used to own, another lot, same size as this one. I sold it last year. Across the way is kind of a marshy swamp area, and woods and trees, and got all these pine trees here with all the vines growing up. I'm sitting here at my round table. Like I said, my new round table, looking over here at my wood stove. I think maybe I'll have a campfire tonight. That'd be nice, huh? Over there is my kayaks, my new kayaks, and Mr. Camper, or Mr. Tracker, Mr. Camper, Mr. Tracker. Over here, we've got a wheelbarrow, did a lot of work with that. Yep, and the Millennium Falcon. So it's been a good day. God has just blessed me abundantly today. I'm just so pleased and excited. You know, some days God blesses me in a way that doesn't make me super happy for the moment. I always know that his blessings, his leadings, and the events of my life will always lead to good, to an eternal good, whether it's a lesson learned or an actual physical blessing that I have. But today is one of those days where I'm excited about the way the day went. My truck's running good. Started it up again and moved some more bricks over that my neighbor gave me. And everything is just wonderful. Look right there by that telephone pole. That's a whole bunch of kindling that one of my neighbors gave me. uh, it's been a great day. Hallelujah. YabbaDabbaDoooo. Well, this is what I call the perfect end to the perfect day. Beautiful out here on Clear Lake, Washington. Just doesn't get any sweeter than this.